Here's your puzzle of the week. Keymer against Pakleza from the Chessable Masters online tournament 2025. So Vincent on the attack with white in this position. He played rook takes a6. Of course, if that's taken, then queen takes rook check. So looks like he's just cashing in here. But black then played bishop g6. Right. Here is where I'd like you to do a spot of calculation. I wonder if that came as a bit of a shock to him. Anyway, he found a very, very strong move in this position. White to play and win. What would you do next? White to play and win. Tell you what, while you're thinking things through, I'll have a little slurp of my tea. Cheers. So lots of captures on the board here. Got to be very careful. So if you play rook takes rook, then actually bishop takes queen, and this bishop protects this rook. That's winning for black. Okay, so what about bishop takes knight? So trying to undermine the support for this bishop. Well then, bishop takes queen, and rook takes rook. And black has too many pawns here. Should be winning for black. Tricky one. So how are you going to play with white? Well, Vincent found a stunning move. Knight takes d5. So this is a blitz game. I wonder whether he was improvising or whether he had planned this. Hard to say. But it works beautifully. So black has lots of options here. Well, let's start with an obvious one. Pawn takes knight. But then the rook connects. So basically, white is up material and has a blistering attack. If knight takes, then check. And bishop takes, everything is going white's way here. Okay, so that's very clear. Okay, what about bishop takes queen? Well then just knight takes, and actually white just ends up a piece up. Easy. Okay, so what if the queen moves? Queen b8. Well, in this case, you can exchange. Now, here's a good one. Queen takes knight. So you give up the queen, but you get a whole lot back. So you're going to be able to take that rook with check and then take the queen in the corner. Okay, so after knight takes in the game, queen takes knight was played. Still looks a little bit tricky. That queen defends the bishop. The bishop is still attacking the queen. This rook is on, so how do you play with white? Well, the only move to win here is queen takes knight. Great move. So clearly with the threat of mate, that has to be taken. King g8, knight f6 check. So unfortunately for the king, it has to step into a discovered attack. So king f7, knight takes rook, check here. King takes, rook takes rook, check. King moves up. It's a real cascade. Rook, check. You can see the king is trapped here. Can't step away. And, well, either black resigned or lost on time. I'm not quite sure. But with two rooks and a bishop against the queen, this is an easy win. In fact, you can go for checkmate straight away. Rook c7 attacks the queen, and when the queen moves, check. And then mate next move. Very clear. So great stuff from Vincent Keymer. But I wonder if that was improvised or whether he calculated this out. In any case, knight takes d5 is a beautiful finish. If you'd like to see the whole game, then do check out the link to chesspuzzle.net and you'll find plenty more puzzles there to beguile and bemuse.